Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome back to our IT section. Standard 3rd, Chapter 5, more on Microsoft Windows. So students, in previous chapter we had learned the keyboard and different types of keys. So students, today we are going to learn more on Microsoft Windows. Students, can you tell me who takes care of all household jobs at your home? Yes, right, your parents. Your parents look after all the household responsibility because they run the house with the system. Suppose your parents are not at home and you are giving responsibilities to manage the house. It will be a tough task for you, is it? Yes, it is very difficult task for you to manage the all responsibilities of house, and you will find yourself in big mess. In the same way, a computer has a special set of programs which manages all the jobs of computer and makes it run. This is known as Windows operating system. So students, when we use the word window, which image comes in your mind? Yes, it is the glass window through which we can peep outside and can have various views. Likewise, in computer, window is a rectangular frame that shows different programs on the screen. Microsoft Windows is one of the most popular operating systems in the world. It is a computer program or a software. Windows 2007 is the latest version of the Windows operating system. When you switch on the computer, after few seconds, the system gets loaded in the computer memory. While loading, the picture of the Windows logo appears on the screen. After few more seconds, you will see some text scrolling on the screen. A blue colored window screen appears with small pictures on it. This screen is called the desktop and the small pictures are called icons. So let us now understand the desktop and icons in detail with the help of example. First is a desktop. A desktop is the first screen which appears on the monitor. When you switch on your computer, it is the main screen in window with many small pictures on it called icons. It is similar to any other desk or table that you work on. For example, a student's study table usually would have some books, pencils, eraser, ruler arranged on the top of it, which helps the student to use them as and when they are needed. A drawing table might probably have some drawing tools like pencils, crayons, watercolors, brushes, etc. Similarly, a computer desktop contains a list of items that helps us to work with Microsoft Windows efficiently. Let us give you another example. Your mother wants to bake a cake today. Yes? What will she do? Yes, she will gather the ingredients and arrange them on the kitchen platform and then make the cake. Yes? The ingredients on the platform will help her to bake a cake quickly. She would never switch on the microwave or oven. and then go to the market and buy the ingredients for the cake. Similarly, a desktop has some useful icons which allows access to the files and data quickly. Instead of searching through the drives and folders each time you want to open a specific file. Next is the icons. Icons are small pictures that represent a specific application program, a file or folder which allows you to access data quickly. Icons act like shortcuts to various programs, just as a bookmark. A bookmark helps you to locate the page you want instantly. Same the icons to help you to open a particular file, folder or program quickly. To open a program through an icon, you just need to double click on the icon. Certain icons are permanent fixture on the desktop. Let us learn and understand a few of them. A Windows desktop usually consists of the icons for My Documents, My Computer, Recycle Bin, My Network Places and other such icons. Next is a My Computer icon. There you will find an overall view all the drives when you double click on this icon. Which icon? My Computer. Next icon is a Recycle Bin. The Recycle Bin icon represents the dust bin where we put in all the trash. When we delete a file or a folder, they get stored in the recycle bin. Next is a taskbar. It is located at the bottom of the screen. It contains the start button and a clock. It displays the buttons of the programs you are currently working on. Next is a start button. As the name suggests, this button is used to start any program. It is placed the left corner of the taskbar. When you click the start button, a menu appears which consists of various programs. Some of these programs have an arrow symbol like this next to them, which indicates that it has more subtopics to the program. Another list of programs appear when you place the mouse pointer on this arrow. This menu is known as the sub-menu. The different parts of a Windows are: first, title bar, second, control menu, third, control buttons, fourth, the ribbon, fifth, quick access toolbars, and sixth, scroll bars. When you start a program, a window that program appears. All Windows applications have some common features and commands. Let us now understand some of these features with an example of a WordPad window. First is a title bar. The title bar is located at the top of the window. On the left side of the bar is displayed on the name of the program and the document you are currently working on, and in the right hand corner of this bar are three buttons. How many buttons? Three buttons are called the control buttons. Second, control buttons. There are three control buttons which you help increase or decrease the size of the window and also to close the window. They are: first, minimize button, second, maximize button, and third, close button. First, minimize button. This button is used to reduce and hide the window to the program button on the taskbar. Steps to minimize the WordPad window. First, click the minimize button on the WordPad. The screen appears after minimizing. If you want to restore a window after you have minimized it, click the button of the window on the taskbar. The window reappears. Next, maximize button. This button is used to increase the size of the window to full screen. Steps to maximize a WordPad window. Click on the maximize button on the screen. Next is the close button. This button is used to close a window. Steps to close a WordPad window. Click on the close button at the right corner of the title bar of WordPad window. Understood? Next is a control menu. The control menu icon is on the left of the title bar. When you click on the icon, a sub-menu appears which is similar to the use of the control buttons. Next, the ribbon. It is a bar just below the title bar. It has a list of menu options like WordPad button, home menu and view menu. The home menu has various tools which you can use to perform different actions. For example, to draw a picture, you use various tools like drawing paper, pencil, colors and brushes. Similarly, the home menu has various tools to create, edit and print documents. Next is a quick access toolbar. This bar is located on the topmost left side of a window. Some of the most important buttons are save, undo and redo. You can add buttons like new, open, print or remove any of the existing ones. Next is the scroll bars. Sometimes the work area does not fit in the computer screen and you cannot see the entire text on the document. The scroll bar helps you to view the entire work. A window has two scroll bars. How many scroll bars? Two. First, the vertical scroll bar. Second, the horizontal scroll bar. First, the vertical scroll bar. This bar is at the right side of the window, which allows you to move the text or information up or down. And second, the horizontal scroll bar. This bar is at the bottom of the window, which allows you to move the contents towards the left or right side of the screen. Understood? So students, everyone have understood? So now tell me the different parts of Windows. Yes, first is a title bar, second control menu, third control buttons, fourth the ribbon, fifth quick access toolbars and sixth scroll bars. Very good. So students, I hope everyone have understood this chapter more on Microsoft Windows. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.